Hey, what's going on, Knuckles fam? It's your boy Knuckles, aka Lazy Video Games. Come back to another video of Nane episode where we discuss anime that we're currently watching right now. A very new anime. Now, I'm not sure this is on anyone's list at all, but I gotta give a shout out to Anime News Guy. I saw from his video on Instagram right there. So without him, I would not be watching this anime right now. And today's anime we're gonna be talking about is Farmag Farmagia. Farmagia. I apologize if I pronounce that name wrong. You know I am. I always feel bad when I pronounce names wrong right there. But it's called Farmagia. Um, it's basically the same. It's like same character designs from Fairy Tail. Y'all know how much I love Fairy Tail. Even though I just started watching anime last year, I really fell in love with it. Like I said, I was not expecting to love the anime, but I'm glad I watched it, and it's definitely made a huge impact on my life right there. Honestly, but that's the story for a different day right there. But I didn't know this was actually also a game as well. It was on a game for the Switch and the PS PlayStation, I believe, right there. But it was actually a video game first. So now it's a video game that's getting an anime adaptation right there. So I was excited, even though I'm sure people want to hear fairies are like, oh, okay, whatever. But like, I was excited to watch it. Right now, not only do they have this Farmiga have the same character designs right there as Fairy Tail, but a lot of the characters and the antagonists kind of relate, have the resemblance to Fairy Tail. But before getting into that, right? So it's still set the same time period, no electricity and stuff like that, fantasy world, right? But here, the main objective is like, creating monsters, raising monsters, having bonds with the monsters. Like, I actually kind of like the fact that they're calling them monsters, but like they're not the monster that that will like scare you. Well, let's use them wrong, right? So like I would say these monsters kind of like are almost like Pokemon and stuff like that. But like at the start of the episode, you see the monsters and the humans working together, to make food and whatnot. But like the whole goal is want to become farmers, just you can have a bond with the monsters, right? And now some of these monsters, are a little bit more CGI right now. So, CGI with certain animes, they're like, oh my god, I don't like how it is right there. But it is what it is. But as I said before, right, the characters, like I said, I knew they have the same design or the same fairy tale design right there, but I was not expecting that these characters to actually be like, have like the similarities, personalities to the fairy tale characters, right? So like in Farmiga, right? We have the main character Ten, basically the Natsu. You have the Lei, who's basically the Gray. Which, by the way, Lei and Ten do get into fights right there. Like, oh, you want to go right there? I'm like, yo, that's definitely Natsu and Gray, right? You have Archie, who's basically like the Lucy of the group. Now, Chica, I don't know. Y'all would have to like answer that for me right there. I'm not quite sure who I would say for Chica, but there's other girl named Nars, who's basically the Urza of the group, and then you have Danger, who's basically like Gramps from Fairy Tale, the Guild Master, which they call him Gramps in this one too, right there. So it's like you have a lot of the same character. Well, yeah, you have the similarity of the characters right there, right? But also you have the Russian Saints, right? The Russian Saints in the Farm Yale, they're like six generals that rule over facial dad. Yeah, they rule over facial dad right there. So they are kind of like the good guys right there because Ted wants to, have a monster. Which, by the way, out of the group, Ted does not have a monster right there. He doesn't have a monster to race right there. He's like, oh no, I'll find one. It's all good right there. But at the same time, he didn't want a monster too as well. But also, I missed one more. I missed one more person actually. There's a character named Lukey, one-eyed monster who calls himself a fairy. He's basically like the happy of the group right now. Despite, but great, he doesn't do it at the other side, just right. So as I said before, right, you have yeah, I said Ten is basically Natsu. Like I said, his personality and everything, that's definitely Natsu. Lei is basically Gray, but he doesn't take off his clothes right there. And like I said, Lei and that Ten always be fighting. Well, I don't know if I want to say always be fighting, but they like they get ready to start shit with each other right there, right? Archie is Lucy, Nars is Urza, I just don't know why I say for Chica right now. That will take coming time, but and Luki is basically happy right there. So it's basically like your fairy tale group. Like I said, the Russian Chase and Fairy Tale was the Dark Guild. They were the bad guys. This one and Farmagia, they're good first, but become bad later. Honestly, when you look at them and how they look, they're like, dang, these are supposed to be the good guys. They kind of look already evil, which never judge a book by its cover. But like we see these guys, you're like, dang, they look kind of evil. They look kind of evil right there. But like I said, the whole goal, they're in a world where like I said, you want to raise your monster, right? Because Ten, he wants to become strong and join the roster states right there. That's his goal right there. And also to uh, protect people as well. But Gramps was saying to him, "Yo, the whole goal is raise your monsters and create bonds with them. It's not about being the strongest person out there. It's about having bonds. And like I said, in Fairy Tale, what's the important thing in Fairy Tale? It's the bonds. Here for Magia, it's the bonds with the monster. But how many times that it's correct today right there. But like I said, uh, Farmagia is basically creating the bonds with your monsters, but also create the bonds with your friends as well too. Fairy Tale bonds as well. So it's like the term bonds, right? That's very very important. Like I said, Farmagia and Fairy Tale, the basic thing they have in common is bonds within the characters right there, and I like that. Like I said, it's not Fairy Tale, but you can still see the resemblance of Fairy Tale. But I still like though. I know the monsters are a bit of a CGI right there, but I mean, that might take some time to get used to. But like overall, I'm still liking from what I'm seeing so far. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest thing, but I guess me being a fan of Fairy Tale, I like it. Like I said, if you're a fan of Fairy Tale, I feel you would like Farmagia. I really feel so. Now, this where episode gets a little bit twisty right there. Is their their main master right there, Mattis has passed away. And before that, what was that guy's name that we saw earlier? That was his name was Answer, right? No, I don't see a picture of the guy right now. Believe his name was Answer. Let me double check on that real fast. Because before he passed away, some information that came up right there. Answer. No, there we go. What the heck? How can I see this guy's name right here? How can I see this guy's name? What the heck am I doing right now? Where is it at? Hmm. There we go. Yeah, it is on site, right? So before the Magnus died, right? Narcissus said to Ansar that did Glaza send you to check on me right now? He's like, yes. So it's like, okay, there is some shady business going on right there. But then Magnus passed away right there, right? And now Glaza, which, by the way, man, like I said before, I hated to judge a book by its cover, but when you see this dude, you're like, yeah, this dude's evil. I'm sorry, boy. When your eyes, lazy eye going around a different direction, but both your eyes going in a different direction, it's like, yeah, who are you? Like, come on, man, like you evil right there, right? But the way how he's like, he was so happy to not to make himself the new ruler. It's like, okay, you probably had a hand in, Magnus Stein right there. So now he becomes, ruler of the land right there. And, his thing is basically like, the strong survive, the weak die. The weak die, the strong will survive. Because here it immediately already sends an army to attack the people right there. And, they are using those monsters. So it's like, those monsters can be good, but, but they fall to the wrong hands, shit like that happens right there, right? And they're attacking, destroying the land and everything right there. And then we see, this one night have its monster. They are synced and they're very powerful right there. So Grant, he didn't kill Ten and Lay, but they felt his power. But then he flies away, but he's flying over to the orphanage where he goes in and destroys, these monsters. They're not even born yet, and we see Ten, having the remains of these monsters, these unborn monsters, cry, be like, "No, don't go, don't go, don't go." And they actually do actually become boring. They're actually fangs. And 10 is not the biggest dog fan right there because early in the episode, well, I believe Nars had a dog, and 10 was like freaking out right there. So these dogs were like taking a limit right now, but 10 finally has his monster right there, and it looks like in the next episode, Lay and 10 are getting ready to to fight that guy from uh Glaza's group right there. And by the way, Nars, who is part of the organization, she demands for them because she doesn't like what Glass is doing right there, so she's not with them. And there's Onsart now, so I think they're gonna get the group going. I'm not quite sure. It's gonna be a one season thing because like I said, it's a video game right there, so I don't know if they're like if it's like everything is based off the video game. Maybe they might have their own twist on that right there, but like I'm not quite sure where they're going with this. But I'm liking it. Like I said, if you're a fairy tale fan, I believe Farmagia is the right one for you. Like I said, the character I said it before, Ten is Natsu, Lei is great, and they you know Lei and Ten fight. Listen, Archie is Lucy, Nars is Urza, and like I said, and the Arcean states or this was the Dark Guild in Fairy Tale, but they were the six generals here in Farmagia, but they're gonna turn into like the antagonists as well too. But like I said, the most important thing of Farmagia and Fairy Tale was the bonds, and bonds are important in both animes right there. So like I said, Fairy Tale is like on a higher level right there. But like I said, if you are a fan of Fairy Tale, I'll give Farmagia a shot right there. It's pretty good. Now, when you watch on Crunchyroll, um, don't look at it. Oh, it's 3.5. Just still watch it. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you're a Fairy Tale fan, just give it a shot. And if you don't like it, like it's all good. But like I said, if you're a Fairy Tail fan, I'll give it a shot right there. But like I said, I'm looking forward to the next episode. I'm excited to see what these monsters can do. Like I said, the CGI might take some time for me to get used to. But like I said, I like the it does it. It kind of reminds me of like a Pokemon Digimon type of thing right there. It does. But we're gonna see where this anime goes. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people are gonna watch it, perhaps, but like I said, I'm gonna watch it and I hope it does well. Like I said, I think fans of Fairy Tail should probably, give Farmageddon their support right there. So yeah, folks. As always, folks, subscribe to my Brother Nuggets family. Enjoy this content like this. Like I said, I'm giving out more anime content in the year 2025 right there. I said I got my gaming content, but anime content is more anime content is coming pretty much right there. But I said like the video, share the video, comment the video, all the good stuff. Be sure to follow me on my social media accounts in the description box below. And as always, what J. Cole said, there is no such thing as life better than yours. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.